you, everybody, thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 4th episode of our media art show, Newsflash, Harvey Edition. I'm Jack, and while I'm grateful to be here hosting today, I've already been in my fair share of theatrical productions on this stage. But I can't help but feel like this time is different. Yeah, something's just not quite right. I just can't put my finger on it.
Hi, Jack.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Where did you come from?
This stage has lots of hidden entrances. Don't worry about it. I'm here today as your co-host to make sure you answer the question everyone at home watching is asking.
Yeah? What's that?
What is Harvey?
Hey guys, did you say Harvey? Because that's me. I just ran from the set of Neighborhood Watch, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop of episode number 2. It's called The 12 Crimes of Grinchmas, and my character Harvey's gonna—
No. Andrew, don't tell us yet. Let's wait until the end of the episode.
You know, so we keep our audience intrigued.
Oh, yeah, let's keep them on the edge of their seat. But, hey, what's all of this?
Well, Andrew, Harvey isn't just the name of your character from Neighborhood Watch. It's also the name of the play our theater students are performing live tonight, right here in the event center.
Wait, you mean like right here, where we're standing?
That's right. Harvey is a show about a man named Elwood Dowd who has a very special imaginary best friend named Harvey, who happens to be a 6-foot-tall puka rabbit.
I'm intrigued. Continue?
But after realizing their community was beginning to believe Elwood and his imaginary friend, his sister, Vita Louise, tries to put him in a sanitarium.
Well, that's not nice.
However, a big mistake is made, and somehow she ends up in his place, wherever that place may be. I guess we'll have to wait until the show tonight to fully understand.
What? No, you can't stop there. I want to know how it ends. Does Elwood find his way home? And what happens to Harvey?
Andrew, calm down. He's just an imaginary bunny.
Not to me, he's not. I still remember all of my imaginary friends vividly.
Andrew, you had imaginary friends?
Well, yeah. Wait, what do you mean, had?
You mean you still? Wow, you have a great imagination. I was never very creative as a kid.
Oh, Jack, sure you were. All children have a vast and limitless imagination.
Yeah, man, it's their job description.
For example, when I was a little girl putting on my tea parties, I would always invite all the Disney princesses. There was Aurora, Cinderella, and even Belle. They would all show up in the prettiest dresses and give me an extra spoonful of sugar with my tea. Those were the days. But then my parents got me a puppy, and he became my best friend.
Yeah, that just sounds like you were lonely.
Well, how about this? When I was a boy, I would always imagine these epic battle scenes with all these intense superheroes with extraordinary abilities. There was Captain America with his shield, Hawkeye with his bow and arrows, and even Black Widow would show up. But then my parents told me I needed to channel my aggression somewhere else, so I just started working out.
Sounds therapeutic to me.
Come on, Jack, you must have had an imaginary friend at some point.
Well, I did always love Star Wars. Sometimes I would pretend like I was a Jedi and that I could use the Force. There would be these hidden villains that would come out and I would beat them with my lightsaber. When I was 8, they held a special ceremony in my honor and named me a Jedi Master.
Wow, see, Jack? There you go.
Hey, sounds like someone has an imagination after all.
Thanks, guys. I've already learned so much already, and it's just our opening monologue. We still have a whole Newsflash episode ahead.
That's right. We'll sit down with cast and crew of this year's main stage play, Harvey.
What? No way, I love those guys.
We'll take a trip back in time to hear from CPA alumnus Will Heidel, who starred in CPA's production of Harvey back in the fall of 2003.
He's a legend.
We'll showcase some of the most memorable moments from the senior father-daughter dance.
That's awesome. Dads are great.
And we'll play a fun game of catchphrase featuring a variety of members from our theatrical department.
That's really cool too, but hey, let me do one.
Be our guest.
We'll get our first glimpse at episode 2 of Neighborhood Watch. Trust me, you won't want to miss any of this broadcast. Actually, I'm gonna get a good seat. Excuse me.
To see the full episode of this edition of Newsflash and catch up on all media productions like Neighborhood Watch, visit and subscribe to our Media Arts YouTube channel.
But first, let's hop right into this episode highlighting the talents of the 2019 cast of Harvey. Here's just some of their skills being showcased tonight. Take it away, guys.
This person you call Harvey, who is he?
He's a rabbit!
Perhaps, but just who is he? Some companion, someone your brother has picked up in these bars, of whom you disapprove?
Doctor, must I keep telling you? Harvey is a rabbit. A big white rabbit. 6 feet high. Or is it 6 feet and a half? Heavens no, I ought to know. He's been around the house long enough.
Now, Mrs. Simmons, let me understand this. You say
Doctor, must I keep repeating myself? My brother insists that his closest friend is this big white rabbit.
Welcome back, everyone. Joining us now on the event center stage is some of the crew from Harvey.
Thank you for being here. Now tell me, what are each of your technical roles behind the scenes?
I am the assistant director, which means I help the cast of Harvey learn their lines and their blocking.
I'm a member of costume crew, which means I help design the costumes, and we also run quick changes with the cast.
I am the sound effects operator. I play the sounds during the show.
Sounds like there's a lot going on backstage. Now, I know the cast spends 2 weeks rehearsing, and then the crew joins in the last 2 weeks to elevate the experience for the audience. What is your favorite part about the rehearsal process?
My favorite part is the read-throughs before blocking starts because you get to see how the actors transform into the characters without having any movement on stage.
I think my favorite part would probably be the dress rehearsals. They come a little bit later, but that's because before costumes are kind of scattered throughout the rehearsals, but the dress rehearsals are when everyone's in costume and you really get to see the play come alive.
What advice would you give a student hoping to one day be a part of a main stage production, which next year will be in the arts building?
I'd say work really hard because even though there are long nights and sometimes it's frustrating, it's all worth it in the end.
And finally, to the seniors, this is not only your last play at CPA, but it's also the last play to ever be performed in this space. It's the end of an era. What are you going to miss most about the show and the cast once the final curtain closes?
I think every cast is different because there's a completely different mix of people and cast and crew, and I think that makes me miss every show equally, but I think I will be very sad to not be in this space anymore because I feel like I've lived here for forever. But I'm excited for the new stage and the new experiences that the theater will have.
The catacombs, like in the back of the catacombs, it has the names of all like the former theater students and crew students, and so it's kind of sad to think that we're moving on to a new building and we're leaving that behind. But I know for a fact that this new theater space will definitely be filled with all the personalizations of the new students too.
Thank you all again for being here. We'll be right back after this brief commercial break.
All his life, Calvin Cambridge had been pushed around.
What's up, punk? Hey, wanna play me one-on-one?
Hey, can you just stop this?
Hey, Michael Jordan wouldn't back down from no challenge, and neither will Calvin Cambridge.
But no matter how hard he tried, nothing ever changed. Until one night.
Calvin, are you all right?
I think so.
Now,
Make me like Mike.
a kid with something to prove.
Good luck, alright? Hey, whoa!
Hey, I didn't think it was gonna be like that.
It's your last shot, little man. Recess is over.
He's taking his game to a whole new level.
How did you just do that?
How did I just do that?
To see Calvin in action, come to the varsity gym this season.
Now we're back with the Harvey actors you'll see performing tonight. Performers, tell me, I know y'all spend months memorizing hundreds of lines to become what we call in the theater department off book. Tell me, what is your favorite line and scene? And without any spoilers, what scene are you most excited for the audience to see?
One of my favorite lines is one of John's where he says that he's been smart for years, but he recommends that being pleasant is a much better way to live just because it encapsulates his character and one of the major themes of the show.
In the beginning, my character, Vita Louise, Elwood's sister, is very angry with Dr. Chumley for reasons I will not give you. Come see the show if you want to know. But she talks about the difference between a photograph and a painting and how paintings show the dreams of the artist and what lies behind it and what they would love in life and their passion.
What is the most challenging aspect of performing on stage, and at the end of the day, what makes you keep performing?
For this show, I have 387 lines, which is the most we've seen in a hot second. So I think just because you can't really start the acting process until you know all your lines, so I'm struggling a bit. But also just making sure you know it cold, and even if you do, translating that into, okay, how do I make this character my own, and make sure you don't take too much from someone who's played your character in the past. And also being with these humans is like my favorite thing in the world, and being with the crew too is just lovely. It's really lovely.
It's probably trying to say and act your lines authentically, like in character, right? Because in like every line too, like because like there's like a little like short like almost throwaway lines in there, and even it's hard to make those sound like your authentic character and not just something that you're saying on stage to say, you know?
Keep pursuing what you love to do and use your gift to inspire others.
Which reminds me, there's one CPA theater student who's done just that. Pastor Will Heidel recently returned to the media studio to reminisce and walk down memory lane with his former teacher, Miss Blatt. Let's take a listen to what Mr. Heidel had to share. I'm here with CPA alumnus Pastor Will Heidel and artistic director Paula Flott. Pastor Heidel, Miss Flott, thank you both for being here to walk down memory lane with me. My first question is for Pastor Heidel. I'm sure you remember the 2003 Harvey production that CPA performed, and you played the character Wilson. Now when you look at this 2003 Harvey board from the past production, what is your fondest memory?
Acting is fascinating because really an actor and actress, the main objective is to try to work as hard as you can to convince the audience that you are that character. For it to be a successful show, play, whatever it may be. And fast forward to today, I think it's fascinating because we as humans are so tempted to feel the need to act and to try to be somebody that we're not. And at our church, our mission is to glorify God and make disciples by helping people find wholehearted life in Jesus. So that's taking your thoughts, your emotions, your desires, and your choices, and owning the fact that I don't have to hide, that I can be who I am, who God has made me to be, the core of who I am. That's all of who I am. I want to be fully known by people, and I want to know them. And I don't want to hide, I don't want to fake it, I don't want to act. That's not really success. Success is loving God with your whole heart.
Right. You know, one of my favorite memories though was you and Ashley, because the character of Wilson that you played, and Ashley, who played Myrtle May, they were, we might say they were awkward. And then they find each other.
It was awkward.
And they're awkward, but they're thrilled.
Yeah.
And you guys played awkward so beautifully.
It's funny that I had to roll my sleeves up intentionally like that. I don't know what I was trying to do there, but and the hair, wow.
Now, Miss Flott, Harvey is a 1944 play by the American playwright Mary Chase, who actually received the Pulitzer Prize for drama for this work in 1945. Harvey is a comedy about an imaginary rabbit, but like most art, it also is sending a clear message to the world. So please tell me, what does this play mean to you?
This show is so profound to me because what it's really about is valuing people. Valuing people above the persona that you want to be, valuing people above your own objectives. And the character of Elwood P. Dowd really epitomizes to me the scripture, consider others as more important than yourself. There comes a point in the play where he's willing to do something that is so incredibly self-sacrificing, all for the love of somebody else.
When you look at this Join the Storyboard, which casts the vision for the future of arts at CPA, what is your hope for every student who engages with the arts at CPA?
That people will dive in and try something they've never tried before. Just like Will was sharing, you know, everything he did creatively played into all the ministry that you did with kids, and even how you just live life. And I want it to be this giant laboratory or playground where people get to try things just for the fun of it, to discover things about themselves that God has planned and put in them and gifted them with for whatever reason they're going to use it in the future.
Well, thank you so much for both joining me in the media studio today. I'm excited to see the show tonight. Wow, did you see those photos of the 2003 Harvey set? They looked so cool.
Well, you know Mr. Cottle builds all of our sets from the ground up.
Mr. Cottle, who's that?
He's our technical theater teacher and resident Mr. Fix-It. And today, he's hosting our catchphrase game segment.
Oh, a bunch of theater students playing catchphrase? Sounds dramatic.
You have no idea.
Thanks, guys, and you're right. We theater folk are definitely dramatic, but we're also a lot of fun. I'm Mr. Cottle, and today I'm ecstatic to be hosting this catchphrase game segment. So hold on to your seat because today it's the Harvey cast facing off against the Harvey crew. The rules are simple. No speaking. You may only act out the word in order to make your team guess correctly. There's only one round, so the team that guesses the most correct words being drawn from this theatrical hat will win the game and a free soda and food item of their choice during intermission at tonight's performance of Harvey, which starts at 7 p.m. sharp. Think the actors had this game in the bag? Well, don't be so sure, because the technical theater students are ready to turn up the volume and step into the spotlight. And break a leg.
Sleeping. Bedtime. Dream.
Yes.
Yay. Playing the
Basketball.
piano.
Drum.
Dribbling. Yeah.
Singing.
Performer.
And
microphone.
Cast got 3. That is going to be one tough act to follow. But there's no intermission in this game. We're going to go straight to the crew. Will they be able to perform under pressure? Let's find out.
You, self, actor, director. Yeah. Idea, thinking, lights, halo. You, thinking, idea.
And stop. Wow, 3-1. We have a winner. Congratulations to the cast of Harvey. Give yourselves a hand. And thank you for joining us here on set. We'll see you tonight at the show. Back to you, Jack and Ella.
We actors know how to have a good time. This one time at the cast after party, everybody jumped in the... Oh wait, what's that? I'm receiving breaking news from one of our Newsflash field correspondents, Brienne, who's located a father and a daughter at the annual Senior Father-Daughter Dance. Brienne?
Hey guys, I have breaking news here from the Senior Father-Daughter Dance. With me I have Annabelle Marinick and her dad, Mr. Marinick. Thank y'all for joining me.
Of course.
Mr. Marinick, how are you feeling about this being your daughter's last year at CPA?
When you phrase it that way, it makes me sad. I'm excited for Annabelle. I think she's decided she might stay one more year at CPA, just so that she can stay home. But no, I'm really excited. She's had a great 13 years at CPA, and I'm just looking forward to what her senior year holds for her. It was great to see all the dads and daughters out there dancing, and I'm thankful that we have a place where dads and daughters can come together for a special night.
And Annabelle, what events are you most looking forward to as you finish your last year of high school?
I would say I'm most excited for the big events like prom and graduation parties, all that. But even just the small things like Christmas with my family, and my dad's taking me hunting this winter, so little things like that. I'm just so thankful that CPA gave us the opportunity to have a night with our dads. Can't remember the last time we did that, but it was super fun.
That was fantastic, and I think you're going to have a great rest of your senior year, and thank both of y'all for joining me this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Aw, that was precious. I can't wait to be a senior.
Well, don't wish your time away too fast. Trust me when I say time flies.
Speaking of time, we're almost out of it, and I still haven't told them what my character does in the second episode of Neighborhood Watch, premiering this Christmas. Either of you want to guess?
Does Harvey go skydiving?
I wish.
Oh, I know. Do you get back together with Claire?
Nope, I sing, but don't worry, Vision backs me up. Here's a quick glimpse of our recording day fun.
Beginning.
No, they're gonna go there.
You ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Won't you please let me back in your heart?
So when Andrew first walked in the room, he looked a little bit intimidated and kind of nervous, and we all just kind of got quiet and like, oh, like what's he gonna sound like? And we were kind of like, oh, okay, that's gonna be funny. Like we're not expecting that much. And he's actually a really good singer. And we all just like started looking at each other like, wow, this is this senior who like doesn't typically sing, and he actually sounds really good. And we all just looked at each other, and it was really exciting. Beckett and Jack really had a lot of fun teaching him everything that we've been working on for the past year. So because Want You Back is a Jackson 5 song, as a director I had to spend time watching all the Jackson 5 music videos and watching all their choreography so that we could choreograph the number for the miniseries. And Andrew had a lot of fun dancing. He really got into it. It was really funny to watch him go all out during the recording. I actually got the opportunity to direct the musical number of the Christmas episode of Neighborhood Watch, so I'm really excited to see how it turns out, and y'all should definitely be sure to check it out.
Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Newsflash. I'm Jack.
I'm Ella. Thanks for...
And I'm Andrew. And but my media friends call me Harvey. And this has been
Newsflash!